do now. It's all up to you, 50 cal.
Right.
50 cal is all on you, 50 cal.
Hey, 50 cal, you're a cop, right? Tell me something, 50 cal. How would my name, if I'm a man, law-abiding citizen, and I'm not this type of person or this type of individual, why would my name be in a case file like this? Why would they have reading this shit out verbatim just like that, saying my name, Rick Curtis Antonio Watt? Why would they be reading my name attached to some shit like this if I ain't done a goddamn thing?
You can't, especially for it to make it up to grand jury. That means, depending on if you're in the city or the county, it will have to go through the smaller courts first to have sufficient enough evidence to be bound over to grand jury.
So he's saying that this was a no bill. This case was a no bill.
So if it was no bill, then it still sits on this record, but the grand jury might have officially charged whoever else it was involved in it. If any other evidence come up, like in the future, saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we got some new evidence," they're gonna bring it right back. So it won't be
so y'all got some homework.
Jeopardy type stuff.
So this can come back up.
Yeah, on the no bill.
Oh, so that don't mean that he wasn't included in the festivities. It just means that the other two guys, they had more evidence on them to charge them with the shit, and he didn't get charged with it.
Yeah, so, especially if he's out over something like that.
Hold on, y'all. We had it from the cops. We had it from the
real talk.
I know you heard what the police said. Just the police.
If he's out and about and free, then they didn't have enough evidence on a charge like that to send him to prison. So
is a no bill the same as a dead docket?
Yeah.
It's that boy got a case lingering. Boy, that case still lingering, boy. Okay. You talking crazy, boy. That case lingering, boy.
Yeah. So
don't talk to me, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that to me, kill the
minute something come up and they get some new evidence on the nigga, he can be tucked back to trial for that.
Kev the catheter, you can't say nothing else to me
at all. You're talking about niggas wife.
And I'm finna put it out in Atlanta that you are a pedophile.
Like stop fucking with me.
It's finna be in Atlanta that you a pedophile, bro.
Yeah, man, leave me alone, man. Don't even. I'm not.
Yeah, bro. You a pedophile, bro.
I'm done after the day. I can't argue with you about some shit like this. I feel bad about arguing with a nigga like this. You got this on your record. We can't be going back and forth on no TikTok or nothing. I'm done, bro. You say what you want to say from now on out. I'm through with you. I'm washing my hands with you, my nigga. On my mom. I'm never gonna lie about this nigga again. I did not know we went to this degree when it came to a fucking child. And you over there talking about acting like you just a stand-up guy and like, I would never. You don't have Kevin's name on the back end because I don't have in the back end.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm right here with my man.
We know you don't do it on the back end, but we know what you do. We know what you do. Yeah, I'm done with you, nigga. You don't deserve no attention. After that shit, you a sicko. You a motherfucking sicko. Oh, no wonder you didn't crash out about this. You didn't crash out about this. When Kiana brought this up, because you told me, you called me. Rick, you won't believe what they doing, man. Go to such and such live. They up there trying to make it look like I done touched a little girl, man. You know I would never do no shit like that, man. I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for standing by me and shit. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I ain't heard
y'all. Rick, y'all missed the important part. Somebody in the comments said it, but I got off because I was talking. I text somebody about it. You know when he said no bill, you and Duffy missing the big picture. It was two other. He said it was other people involved. If Kevin turned state evidence against them, they would hold the charge off against him.
Thanks. He
snitched on them other niggas.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
And they pulled his charges and put him with no bill.
Deal with the motherfucking state.
He cut a deal on a child charge.
Yeah,
you cut a deal on a child charge.
Yeah, somebody told me that. Somebody said no, he can get a no bill. My cousin that did federal time, he said he can get a no bill if he snitched. Hey, there she go, Rose. No. Hey, go ahead, Rose.
Hey, I'm sorry. No bill means that he turned state's evidence because they may have been more aggressive and took a plea. That don't mean that he didn't participate. He turned state's evidence on them. And so they took the more of the charge and he took the plea. And he probably had another case in conjunction with that to plea on.
Okay. That make a lot of sense.
That makes sense. Now you talk. Okay, so what he did.
He did it.
He pulled the
and that's what that means. I just want to tell y'all and go back in the comments. I'm tapping Rick.
Rick, that's why I said. That's why I was saying.
And he turned state's evidence on the other two and took a plea.
That's
So
why I
he
said,
so he
Rick,
Lil Woody on
Nasty
TikTok.
bastard.
He Lil Woody
Rick.
on TikTok. That Lil Woody.
That's why I said earlier,
Lil
Rick.
Woody the comment. Kill Lil Woody the comment. Okay, got
Hey,
you.
hey, Rick, what's the three things coming up in the streets that we cannot be? The three
Nasty.
things.
You already know. GAY, a snitch, bitch,
And the
and
And
pedophile.
you know what? Somebody that mess with
sicko,
kids.
yeah.
That boy, all three. That boy, literally all
And
three.
you up here doing
Nasty
you
bastard.
talk about folk though. That's why you got the audacity to talk about niggas. Man, look at your background, my nigga. You fucked up out here,
You
dog.
struck eye, nigga. Three
Man,
strikes.
you struck out. I'm my mom. I'm with you,
struck
dog.
out.
Yeah,
It's over with for
going
you.
back and forth this whole ass nigga. This nigga real like you a real sucker, man. You a old. No wonder you by yourself in that apartment and can't keep a motherfucking woman to save your motherfucking life. Only you, everything you touch gonna go bad, old nigga. You out here doing some shit like this. Everything you touch gonna fail.
You're right.
That's why you drinking all the time. Now it makes sense why you drink every day and you smoke every day. You try to drink away the pain, nigga. You hurt.
Right.
You
And
hurt,
this
nigga.
explains too why he has no respect for women. You know,
Right.
women.
Right.
We got to pay attention.
Yes, come through, nigga.
He been mistreating women since he was in his youth. Now he's an old, dusty, mad man that has been, even to be accused to this degree, is sickening.
It's
so
sick.
for him to be this disrespectful to a woman, he been disrespecting women.
Come on, been doing
He
it.
fighting his own demons.
Yes, sir.
It ain't got nothing to do with us, y'all. It's everything to do with him. That man is sick.
been
And
saying
every
that.
woman that is sitting over there, it could have been your little girl. This shit is sickening to me.
That shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is crazy work right here, bro. I didn't know that. I knew she had something on the nigga, but I didn't even think.
I bet you ain't streaming this.
Probably ain't. Yeah, probably ain't. We got questions, Kim. We got questions. I just want to know why your name even attached to it. That's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about that. Why is she able to read that out, detailing what you done? This ain't detailing what them nigga did. It say you put your Johnson on the back of that little girl. It didn't touch her on her body. It didn't on her titty. It didn't say no them other two men. This said Kevin D. Baker, Demetrius Baker, whatever your motherfucking name is. Why is your name on this shit? They don't. If you didn't do nothing, you absolutely innocent. Why is your name? We can go to the courthouse and pull up a record with your name on this case. I'm just asking the question, like you be saying. I'm just
Hey, if
asking.
you find out them other two dudes' name, I bet you, man, I wish Keanu was right. Find them other two. I bet Kev's name on their paperwork.
They probably
I bet Kev's name on their paperwork.
On my mama. See, that's what he don't want us to know. I knew it was something, because he go too hard on everybody else's lifestyle and what they got going on. But he don't, and the thing about this, he didn't speak on this. He said, I ain't speaking on the goddamn thing. I don't owe you motherfuckers nothing. Think what you want. Who say think what you want to think when a motherfucker accusing you to be a pedo? What
Nah,
nigga
you got to come out with all
Somebody that don't want
the
people
details.
I'm crashing out. I'm gonna break
You
the
got to
teeth.
come out with all the detail about that.
change
I
your
get on
life.
here and niggas saying Rick done. I'm finna throw the dough off the wall in that bitch. I'm going to the lawyer's office. I'm gonna go on live and let y'all see it. The police. I need to talk to everybody. DA, come out and tell these folks I ain't do this shit. I'm not finna say y'all think what y'all want to think. I don't owe y'all nothing. But you did you speak the stuff that don't even hold the weight of this. When $2 say you did that, bitch, you crashed out for 6 months, nigga.
Sure.
Kicking the tables over, busting doors and burning refrigerators and everything. But motherfuckers say you are the P3, you ain't got no words for us. Oh, we don't get no content. We don't get no breakdown of that. You want to break down this neutral live and we going to dissect this live, y'all. Y'all run and get them likes up. How about you get the likes up and goddamn give us a breakdown of this shit?
This is
Hit
good.
the likes up, hit the cash up goal, and give us a what.
I'm explaining
Fill us
that.
in on this.
This is a good question. This is a good question. Rose says, ask them where in the report does it say that he tried to stop them? Why you didn't try to stop them? Why you didn't try to stop them dudes?
Come on, I'm talking
right there
Right. Come on, somebody.
Come
You
on,
was right
church.
there with them.
Come on, Pastor Duff.
You right there with them.
Take your time. Take your time. He want to ask everybody else questions. Man, Nietzsche, where the money at? Well, we got question for you, nigga. Where that girl at? Where the family at? Where them other niggas at? We got question for you, bitch ass
Yeah,
nigga.
'cause
You
she's
always say, I'm
we
just
need to
asking
tell
the
her
question.
now.
We just asking the
What
question. Ken, where that
Billy?
little
Yeah,
girl
Billy at? What Billy at?
I need
We
to
wanna
know where
talk
that
to
little
Billy.
girl is, because she grown now. We can tell her now your voice matters now.
We
Yeah.
want to talk to
Grown.
Billy. Tell
Where's
Billy
she
to
at?
come.
Let her tell her
That's a
story
question,
about your
too.
trifling
And
ass.
then Nietzsche don't need to always say, I'm just asking the question. We just asked the question. Nietzsche just asked you a question. One of them other two niggas and that girl that you in the case.
Castration is in place.
You call them? Can you do like you do everything else? You put them on fucking messages up a poetic. Can you put the messages up between you and them niggas that will happen with this little girl? And, or the DA the shit that you said with your lawyer? Can we see the screenshots of you and your lawyer talking about this case? I'm just asking the question, sir. You asked everybody else a motherfucking question. Why
y'all giving them too much time, Rick. Y'all giving them too much ammo because now you know he gonna go falsify some shit. Document. Let me help y'all out right quick.
What he do? He can't get up. It don't matter what he do.
Well, let me tell y'all what he did. So if y'all pay attention, see, I pay attention, and I kind of did some more deep dive investigation. Y'all remember the $24,000 for the Players Club? Check this out. He put up a receipt, right? But when that place that he went to, I kind of went nose and looked and kind of like, hey, I want to rent the. Tell me why the invoice that he showed don't look like the invoice that they showed.
Come on, man.
What?
Hey, y'all know the invoice. The invoice on this, and then the invoice he showed said something about parts and shipping fee. Them people don't say nothing about no shit. Why would they put shipping and parts on a place that you renting for a venue that ain't got no shipping? Ain't no reason for no shipping and no parts.
So he gave you an AutoZone receipt. That what you telling me?
Hey, I'm just telling y'all what I see.
East, and the thing about the player ball, the nigga capped out. The nigga ain't spent no $24,000. We sold a lot of them tickets. Okay, so let's be clear on that. A lot of the tickets were bought, right? So if majority of the tickets were bought, then that means he just filled the vault. He just came in on and replaced the money that he didn't make. So it wasn't no $20,000. That bitch ass nigga lying. He lied. He did not spend no 24. That nigga capped out. On my mama, he didn't spend that. Because them tickets were $200, $250. Them folks were buying them tickets, man. I saw on my platform, I sold some. I got the cash out. I sent the nigga cash out. When people were sending them to me, I sent them to him.
That nigga went and got an oil change.
That nigga trying to make it like he got money. You did not spend $24,000. On my mama, he didn't spend no 20. He capped out. He might have spent $10,000. At the most, $11,000. He ain't spent no fucking 20. That nigga capped, man. On my mama, that nigga lying.
He gave us
spent 10. Yeah. Hey, you know that venue didn't even cost near that to rent.
Yeah, that nigga didn't pay that shit. That nigga capping, bro. I know he didn't pay that.
Man, what it do? Slimothy, what you got for us, Slimothy?
What's up, man? How y'all doing today?
What's up, big dog?
Oh, hey,
can I troll this nigga with AI?
Go ahead.
What the hell you want to do? Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Just listen up real quick. It's a troll. It's but yeah.
You can't stand on business while I'm standing on your tooth. Tell all the lies you won't ball mouth, but we can beat you with the truth. Sitting online drinking Parmesan, smoking cool filtered kings. $40 coochie left you with a leaky ding-a-ling. Everything in your life don't do nothing but leave women, money, hair, and having your teeth. You're a sucker for attention and will do anything for a cash app. So much of a sucker you can't even get your bitch back. How you keep another man's name in your mouth the way that you do? If you would've put this much effort into taking care of mouth, you wouldn't be tender tooth. You were online all day lying to pay your trick bills. Why when you scam these people you didn't think about veneers? Do your mama know that she raised a bit like you? Beefing with women, is you going through menopause too? Deep down inside you wanna be one of the girls. That's why you bash them cause you can't, and you mad at the world. You gotta pay for love, can't buy a smile. Always through temper tantrums like a little ass child. Lost your job, trying to be funny. Now every day you online begging for weed and kosher money. Tender tooth, it's time for you to walk in your truth. Tender tooth, you've been a failure since your youth. Tender tooth, you ain't never gonna be shit. Just a grumpy old whiny ass crybaby bitch.
I need a whole copy of that.
Oh my God.
We need that, bro.
I need a copy.
Boy, I need that. I'm not lying.
That's a hit right there. Slim, that's a hit, boy. You got one right there, boy.
Oh my God, that shit had me dying.
I always troll that nigga. It's like two more of them bitches. One of them you ain't heard before.
No, I got time. We ain't doing that. I got this.
We got time today.
This the one that we
And
wrote,
she
but
gonna
this the
beat
one.
that one, Swell. I wouldn't play nothing else.
that
motherfucker jamming
Shit,
right there.
I ain't gonna lie. You know the clip full. You know what I'm saying? I done got that nigga with everything. Look, the one by this girl. This the one by this girl. Goddamn.
Oh,
I thought she wanted me for me. She even said she didn't care about my teeth. I flew out of town to spend time. Whole time another man was on her mind. When I found out about it, I cried till my gums hurt. Got drunk on live and had a heartbreak concert. I thought I had it all together, but it down on the BED. Whole time she stuck away with another man from the DMV. I thought she was my lady. I thought she was my baby. I was a fool to believe she would choose me with two teeth. I thought she was my lady. I thought she was my baby. I was a fool to believe she would choose me with two teeth.
Yeah,
that be Ryan Slim. Hey, boy, you got that pop. Boy, you got that pop. I like that playlist, Slim. I like that motherfucking playlist, yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
This the one that everybody wanted me to drop for the longest. That this shit right here.
Smooth mouth gums on the top, crooked on the bottom. KV, the cowardly comic, let's talk about him. He be lying through his teeth. Yeah, the top two piece. Always picking with women, running from men. Rick, tell him take his dick out your hand. I know you tired of him riding your shit. You be chilling and then he drag you in the mix. You said you was from the streets, ask about you. Smooth mouth gums on the top, crooked on the bottom. KV, the cowardly comic, let's talk about him. He be lying through his teeth. Yeah, the top two piece. Always picking with women, running from men. Rick, tell him take his dick out your hand. I know you tired of him riding your shit. You be chilling and then he drag you in the mix. You said you was from the streets, ask about you. We did, they said you was a bitch. Guess you had pussy power. Guess you thought you was Kev on stage. But now you Mr. Kev, can't keep no page. Kevin, you're not funny, you need to refund that money. Wasn't nothing play about your event. You finesse these people out of rent. Smooth gum loser, woman user. Crying about that food stamp ball. Lying all the time. Crying all the time. We get tired of hearing your bitch ass whine. Smooth gum loser, woman user. Crying about that food stamp ball. Lying all the time. Crying all the time. We getting tired of hearing your bitch ass whine.
That be right.
I be trolling.
You got that motherfucking heat, Jack. That
nigga said food stamp ball is hilarious.
I'm talking about the fruit. Yeah, exactly. Hey, boy, you need to go put that on Apple Music, man.
On my mama. So, Kel, you allow my respect, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I really.
Yeah, he ain't never had mine.
I'm the total pole, but this shit with this little girl, they just took the cake. This took the cake. I didn't know you moved that way. I know you a fucked up nigga, but I didn't know you that fucked up. Yeah,
that situation with that kid hit different. That man is a perv.
Yeah. That shit ain't lying. No paper ain't that. You ain't finna tell me that you ain't done nothing, and these folk got you distributed. That distributed, breaking that shit down the way it's saying something about your name, and then reading it after that. Nah, man, you done done something.
He did that.
You need to tell us something, man. We got answers. We got questions. I got a question. I'm just asking a question. Why?
I ain't gonna lie. That's the first time I heard that tape. I saw the documents. Know what I'm saying? But I ain't never heard that transcript read. That shit crazy.
That shit is crazy.
Hey, it's solidified though.
Yeah, Slim, I don't mean to cut y'all off. My husband said, I'll send you a galaxy if you let Slim replay that first one. Please, I'll throw you whatever you want.
Run that bit back. I'm tripping. I got cool.
Hey, y'all throw it back.
Please, Lord,
everybody throw Slim some gifts.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
You know I'm gonna give him. You know I ain't even finna play with him. Run it back, please. Let me go on mute.
Don't run that thing back, Slim.
Bring it back. He got a long little intro. I had to kick.
You can't stand on business while I'm standing on your truth. Tell all the lies you want by mouth, but we can beat you with the truth. Sitting online drinking Parmesan, smoking cool. Filter Kings, $40 coochie left you with a leaky ding-a-ling. Everything in your life don't do nothing but leave. women, money, hair, and having your teeth. You're a sucker for attention and will do anything for a cash app. So much of a sucker you can't even get your bitch back. How you keep another man's name in your mouth the way that you do? If you would've put this much effort into taking care of mouth, you wouldn't be tender tooth. You were online all day lying to pay your trick bills. Why when you scam these people you didn't think about veneers? Do your mama know that she raised a bit like you? Beefing with women is you going through menopause too? Deep down inside you wanna be one of the girls. That's why you bash them cause you can't, and you mad at the world. You gotta pay for love, can't buy a smile. Always through temper tantrums like a little ass child. Lost your job trying to be funny. Now every day you online begging for weed and kosher money. Tender tooth, it's time for you to walk in your truth. Tender tooth, you've been a failure since your youth. Tender tooth, you ain't never gonna be shit. Just a grumpy old whiny ass crybaby bitch.
Rick, I swear to God, I'm gonna be in the bed tonight singing that shit.
That shit hard, Slim. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie, you did your big one.
Yeah, and you telling the truth. That shit.
Yeah, you don't gotta lie on that nigga. Everything you can say, you don't gotta lie on that nigga. You can just tell the truth. He like to sit over there and tell you lies and try to add shit into the story.
Get the fuck out of that fake ass.
The nigga try to say that, he tried to say Poetic sent him news. Like, nigga, if you had that, you would have showed that. But you would have been showed that if you really had that, because you so much of a sucker, feel me? Then on that, he was like, I can call my daughter right now, and she'll tell you I don't live in an apartment. Why you just can't cut on the camera?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That don't make no sense, yo. Don't put your doubt in there.
What you hiding? Why you gotta call somebody when you supposed to be sitting where you live at? Just go on, show it.
Walk outside like I did today. Walk outdoors.
Exactly. Walk outdoors. Show us that Chrysler 300. So we know what you're trying. We know what's going on. We know you ain't that nigga that you pretend to be. You call me Rick the Pretender, but my life is a reflection of the shit I talk about. I talk about that shit, and my life is a reflection of it.
Wait. Excuse me. Hi. I haven't said much here. You mean to tell me that S-Class Benz that he had parked in the front, and when he was walking out the gas station with all that money falling out his pocket, that isn't his?
That was
Really?
He told me he bought the motherfucker, so I talked to him a few days, and he was like, yeah, I took that car back, man. It wasn't acting right. Man, that's a beat.
Right.
AMGs
don't not act right. What you talking about?
Them cars drive like you on the spaceship.
Hey, Duffy, y'all know what I told Rick? That's what I told Rick. I said, let me answer this, Rick, if you believe that bullshit, because I didn't believe it from the beginning. I said, listen, how you gonna say a AMG Benz don't ride right, but you've been riding in a Chrysler, old ass Chrysler 300 years?
Come on,
and you gonna tell me you could drive that motherfucker, but the Benz don't ride right? Man, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here.
Stuck through it. He probably stuck through it with the Benz.
Man, come on. Hey, Duffy, stuck through it. Duffy, you in a 99 Benz, you in a 99 Chrysler 300 in 2024, talking about a brand new Benz don't ride right. Man,
come on,
y'all
man.
don't cut it out.
That night we had one of that ate that chicken and waffle plate. He was in the car. Then had a bad shit. I said, he said, I think I'm gonna take this motherfucker back because they ain't acting right. It ain't acting right. What you mean that bitch ain't? I don't know what you must have bought that motherfucker or you bought it from somebody.
That was cold for my time up in this motherfucker. That was cold for my time up in the car.
You the pretender, nigga. You ain't talking about this. You talking about everything else except for this. We need you to focus on this. We need a clip of this. Can you break this down? What do you do? You're a recapper. So we need you to recap your own shit. You love recapping everybody else's lives and what they should be doing, we need you to recap what happened with you and that little girl. And you don't need to do now another recap. You don't need to recap this live. You don't need to recap Detroit live. You don't need to nobody live but Kel to come. We need you. Kel.
Explain them charges. Explain that no bill.
Yeah, explain that no bill. Can you explain that no bill?
Explain that no bill.
I'm confused like a motherfucker. The math ain't math. There ain't no way my name, if I'm not that type of nigga, and I ain't never did nothing like that, my name should come up with nowhere near them shit like this. Nowhere. It ain't no reason, bro.
We got some homework for y'all though, man. Y'all got to find out what them other two guys' names are. Y'all got to find out where Billy is, because we want to talk to Billy.
Yeah.
We got a little homework for y'all, man. Y'all are very good in investigating a lot of things.
Right.
We need y'all to find out who the 2 guys are. We want to talk to them. We're going to put some money on their books, because I'm sure they still locked up. And then we want to talk to Billy.
Hey,
we want to let her know that she's secure.
Y'all know what? Curtis just
Hey, Ricky Duffy, let me ask y'all this. I got charged, right, with assaulting a police officer and a drug charge, right? But they didn't have enough, so they gave me deferred adjudicated, and it was dismissed. But what can I say? I didn't do that shit. I didn't get charged for it. It was deferred adjudicated, so I didn't do nothing. That's the same thing at no bill is. Oh, they didn't have enough on me, so they said, okay, we're gonna give you deferred adjudicated. I wasn't convicted, but I can't say I didn't do it.
Right.
Because
I seen Omar live, and Omar actually had a good point about that shit he was talking about. Because Omar talked about this. That's how I knew about it. I said, let me go look at this goddamn video. And I looked at that, typed that shit in and looked at that video, and Omar said something.
Omar.
My bad, I didn't know I was in the box. I'm over here trying to find vinegar for my greens.
What's up, Omar? What's going on, my boy? What's happening?
He wanted an interview when that shit happened with Mario.
I got a question for you.
Man, he wanted me to come out for an interview with him, Rick. So I want to interview him about the situation. I got questions. Yeah,
I told you he was gonna try to touch it when that shit came out. He called me and said, "Slim, I don't want you to touch this." Know what I'm saying? This stuff with Mario, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna touch no shit like that, bro. I don't do like cases and criminal cases. Feel me? I don't fuck with that shit. Cause you could sign.
Hillary, get her out of my shit. Block Hillary.
Yeah, you could plead guilty to some shit that you didn't do if you scared enough, and you could be found innocent of some shit that you guilty of. So I don't never really mess with cases.
I seen Hillary run his motherfucking mouth. Get that nigga out my shit. I punch him in his motherfucking mouth. I'll beat your ass, Hillary. You a nigga. I'll tear that ass up too. Get that nigga named Hillary. Get that whole ass nigga out my shit.
How you a nigga named Hillary?
Talking about little Ricky, a Victoria. I saw you earlier. See, they send me the clips. I know what's going on. I don't even got to go to the live. I don't even go to that nigga live. But people share that shit with me. You clipped up, Hillary. Yeah, get up out of here. Block that hoe. Block that whole ass nigga.
Now, I've just been sitting over here listening to y'all talk. I don't really got too much to say about it. I'm done with this shit, honestly. After, you know what I mean? I held a live and I talked about some things and I started thinking to myself, like, why the fuck am I even, you know what I'm saying, dealing with this shit? Like, I'm over it. Right. So I left it alone, honestly, my nigga. Once I see what I see, that's it. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, I got time, blood.
Real talk. But I be chilling though. That's the thing about it, right? Like every day I'm like, I'm minding my business, doing what I'm doing. Folks sending me clips. He got another cartoon. Got me on the ground. He just making up shit too. You know they got to be a cartoon. He got me on the ground with some black eye, and he standing on me. You know that's a cartoon. That's definitely a joke. Now that's a joke. That shit funny as a motherfucker. Ain't nothing kid.
That's them virtual hands he was talking about.
If he could, you could virtual hands. Then they called me. I told me to pull up if he would like that.
Because he was gonna ask me something, Rick. You was gonna ask me something. What you would say? You said you was gonna ask me something.
Hey, before you ask,
I was saying how Omar, if I'm not this type of nigga, hold on, if I'm not that type of nigga, right? Mm-hmm. And I ain't done no such thing. How would my name be in that paperwork like that? How do your name be in paperwork like that?
With a no bill and not a not guilty though. Hold on, wait. With
sense.
a no bill and not a not guilty. It don't say not guilty.
That's because he turned state's evidence, y'all.
Everything y'all saying,
we trying to get the people to
say. Is like literally the live that I held by myself verbatim. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting over there. I was at work just thinking about that shit, talking about it because,
what's up, baby?
Like, as you know, like I even right now, like I still avoid that shit. I'm not trying to reignite some bullshit. So to keep on,
he bring up everybody else shit, talk about everybody.
No, I'm just saying though, to keep on trying to sun me and shit like I'm a bitch. You know me just from this app how I am. I got a mouth. I'm gonna say what I say. So you know, I leashed that shit. Like nigga, I ain't been talking about you. I would have said something. Y'all was into it. I said something when that shit happened. So then for you to go and try to light me up over some shit, fuck that. I don't got to talk about when I was into it with you and Rick. We gonna talk about right now, nigga. So what I found out recently is why the fuck are you even accused? Now I've seen some cases where you've had a bitter woman where she did some shit like that and the father, you know what I mean? But this ain't the case. Like, you know what I'm saying, nigga? You said you got a case for beating on your wife. You got a case. Oh, look, you got a case. Wait. You got a case for beating your wife. Oh, that was this long ago. You got a case for cruelty to your children. Oh, I whooped them. They had a mark. It wasn't that bad. Then it's like, my nigga, it's a track record, my nigga.
Come on, somebody.
If you look at my shit is white collar. I'm being honest. Like if you look at my shit is white collar. I have a track record. So how are you even accused of some shit like this?
That's my point. That's my question.
We making a stand for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Then he gonna say they want to go back 25. It don't matter if it was 35, bitch. You did it, nigga. You got crewed in the
This is what you asked for. To play Jesus, you get crucified.
You done it, nigga.
But let me say this too.
25 years. I'm not that nigga no more. You should have never been that nigga. You should have never.
You say nigga.
I bet you he got a no contact order on them ninjas that he turned state's evidence on. That's why they not. They
That ain't always.
no
No bill.
in the paperwork.
So what happens?
Look, the no bill don't always
Hold on, I
mean
got you.
turn state evidence though.
Oh, baby, I know
This is my thought, y'all. Let me say this. So what happens is those guys most likely are on the registry. So more than likely when people get on the registry, they leave their state. They move somewhere else to where they go out to still register, but nobody knows them and knows about that shit. So them dudes probably ain't even in Georgia no more.
You're right. You're right about
And the other scenario that they said, where they said that they didn't want to subject their daughter to that trauma. Know what I'm saying? That could be the other reason that he got no bill. Know what I'm saying? Because if she didn't want to go through with the process, they'll no bill it. Know what I'm saying? And throw it out. Because you got in a crime with a victim, you always need the victim to be able to prosecute to the highest extent. So that shit could be it.
Real talk. You're right about that. Thanks. You
What
got to
I'm
have
saying
why this
is,
situation with lynching
there's no way that they say that they said that he put his leak monster on the girl's breast.
Yeah.
Right.
That they specifically said that on the charge with
No, if you look at that video, they said penetration, bro. They said
he put his thing somewhere else. He put his hand.
Yeah, they said he put it down there.
Oh.
Yeah, he put it down there. Yeah, they were this.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, and if they all went to trial, that would have been 3 separate trials. She had already been through 2.
He need to be seen by.
Think about it.
Your child is already suffering from the traumatization of being involved in that act or being put through that shit. So you know what I mean? To put a child up on the stand, a lot of the time the children are like, no, I can do it. I can do it near a strong kid. But if your kid already bring it down, man, you don't want to fuck them up even more. You know what I'm saying? So the evidence ain't gonna be there. Like I said, beyond all that bullshit, why are you even being accused of some shit like that?
That's my point right there.
Like you can talk about all this shit. Omar this, Omar did this. You can talk about all this shit. Motherfucker, tell me why you were even accused. How do you put yourself in such a compromising situation?
Exactly.
It would detail.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question though?
It kind of make you it's one thing if they just said that you touched the little girl, but it would detail for detail, like
detail.
Yeah, that shit.
You know what I find funny,
Hey,
y'all?
this is the thing I want y'all to understand. They keep saying it was so long ago. He ruined a child's life. Y'all keep talking about, oh, it was 2030. I don't care, but he has ruined a child's life who is now an adult.
Who's saying
went through trauma. So at any time as a grown man, you ruin a child's life. You don't never outlive that bullshit with a grown man because you ruined a little baby's life, nigga.
Rick, so you remember this when we was into it deep. And you remember you was in your slingshot, you went to meet with Kev that day, y'all was on live when he was with old girl now?
Yeah.
Okay, so why at the end of that live when you put it off, why you started fighting old girl? And he ended the live.
But listen to this, Omar, I got one.
I left that day.
Why is
that was my point. They started scrapping, nigga.
Why is it that I call?
Yeah, he ended that shit like they was against the car dope, and they ended that shit. Yeah, the only shit I ain't captured.
I didn't know that.
But peep this, Rick, peep this, y'all. That nigga been streaming 2 platforms all day, mine and Rick's. The moment this evidence started coming out, why he don't want the women?
He still streaming y'all. Go see if he's streaming us, y'all.
He don't want that. No. He's not streaming. He's talking, playing music, and then he'll watch you on that third device and act like he don't know what's going on. But then he'll slip up and start talking.
I want the women to hear it. The women need to hear this side.
Go see if he's streaming us, y'all. Somebody go see. I know y'all.
Not from the comic page. He not because I'm looking on my backup page. He definitely down.
And you know, the crazy part is this, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be people from each one of our platforms that don't like each other. We going to get into it. We've all been into it before and all this shit, right?
He ain't streaming me, y'all.
But my thing is this, though.
Yeah, he want this to be quiet. He want to go back to the motherfucker.
I know he wasn't going to be streaming.
Look, though, let me tell y'all this, though. For us to be grown-ass people, for us to be adults and got kids and grandkids, nieces and nephews, cousins, all this, or just women, period, or just people with morals, you know what I mean? To go and support a motherfucker like that, After all this, come out and say something really wrong about you. It says a lot about your fucking character.
You right.
You know what, Omar?
I'll accept the nigga that unalived the motherfucker before I accept the.
On my
mama. Yeah, any nigga can unalive.
Here's the thing, you know why? He hang around the drunkards. You notice that all of his key people, they drink heavy. They be up there sloppy drunk, high in the whole 9 yards. They his victims.
Can we call them alcoholics and not drunks? Because I'm a drunk, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in the group with them.
I ain't trying to offend you, Slim. I'm trying to tell the truth.
What I'm saying is they sit here and watch this nigga verbally abuse women every day, all day. This nigga been doing this shit for years, though. This ain't no... That nigga been going for a long time. He been on my platform, but I done seen him go back and forth with women all the time. I didn't agree with it. Should I have been stepped away from the nigga? Yeah, because it contradicted what I say. Everything that he was doing went against what the fuck I was talking about. And I told that nigga that shit on the back end. I said, bro, you gotta quit doing that shit though. Cause me and you tapped in, so he didn't respect my shit. So it looked like he wanted me to look flawed, like that. He wanted my image to be like and contradict myself. So that's why why would you come on my platform? And Miss Mitchell was on my platform that he came on here with that bullshit. I said, don't come on here with that shit. I fought with Miss. He tried to make me pick a side. Bitch, you don't make me pick no side, nigga. I hold my own dick when I piss, you pussy ass boy. You don't tell me not to because you don't like her, hoe ass boy. Talking about I can't believe you went against me. Nah, nigga, I just stood on what I stood on, nigga. And the fact and you got a problem with Slim. Y'all ain't gonna get a problem with because I told Slim I forgive him for what he said.
But Rick,
I remember harbor no shit in my heart about it. I done said some shit, nigga. So I'm not the type of nigga that harbor no shit in my heart about no shit. When me and Slim was on that type of time, I would cuss the Slim ass out. You would cuss me. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But what you won't do is make me pick no side though. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? You not my boy. Nigga, like we in a relationship.
We can't tell each other. We can't tell each other.
In his mind, y'all was.
He fuck with her more than he fuck with me. Man, nigga, fuck you.
These niggas be sick, man.
We ain't never had a problem with me. One thing about it, when that shit happened with you and Miss Mitchell, I tried to bridge the gap between you and Miss Mitchell. And you trying to make it look like I'm having Miss Mitchell, how many times I done talked to you on the phone, Miss Mitchell?
What, once?
One time. And when was that? That one time I talked to you.
I reached out to you and said I wanted to talk to you because I wouldn't try to sabotage you and Care the Comic event, and I just wanted to have a truce with him. And you got.
What I told Miss Mitchell when I was talking to you on the phone, what I say I'm gonna do? What I said when I
go talk to him and tell him to stop and see if we could talk and come to some type of truce.
Thank you. He trying to make it look like I'm on the back end talking to you about him. I'm trying to get y'all to goddamn bridge the gap because I was asleep when y'all got into it. I couldn't believe that y'all had got the arguing about it because I woke up, everybody jumping in my line. Rick, Nitra, and Kale got into it. I'm like, what? I know you motherfucking lying.
You said it bothered you to see two of your favorite people getting into it.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up.
To see that.
And I feel like I don't have to choose a motherfucking thing. I ain't got to choose a motherfucking thing. I fuck who I fuck with. And that just, I always been like that. You ain't finna make me pick a side, nigga, to show you I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal to my motherfucking self first. Fuck, I'm be loyal to you, nigga, before I be loyal to my motherfucking self. I stand on what I stand on. I'm my own man at the end of the day. And Omar, tell the truth. If you a real nigga, you really fuck with me, right? And no matter how this shit happen, right? He want to tell me, make this make sense now. You telling me, I seen it live. I'm on here live. He tell niggas, I do it, because I tell nigga, you got to stop that shit. All that cussing out Miss Neutral, cussing out these women, bitches, and hoes, fat dick, you got to stop that. Either you stop that, or I'm going to fall back, and you stay over there, and I stay over here. This nigga go live after I talk to him and say, fuck what a nigga talking about. I'm going to be me. If nigga don't like it, fuck him. I'm going to stand on what I stand on. I ain't changing for nobody. So, okay, cool. You said you stand over there, pussy nigga, I'm going to stand over here. And I was through with the shit. I didn't go live about the nigga. I ain't talking about the teeth. I ain't saying about the little bit of that regular ass apartment at 300. I ain't say none of that shit. He done all the talk. He went live today. He started the shit. He went live with the day, man.
You know what, Rick? And this is where it got like fired up between me and him again. I went on somebody else's panel, and I was just talking about when y'all got into it. I was just like, you know, you was cool with him. Y'all had each other back and shit. And, you know, even when I was into it, I ain't